What up, what up, what up? Boy, it's packed out here today. Uh-oh, I want to cut this off. Okay. Let me cut this off. Yeah, it's going down today. Dog walk. November 23rd, they're having a dog walk. Got a lot going on out here. I want to go to the other side over there, but I know that the phone gonna start tripping. So I'm gonna stick to the walk. What's up, what's up, what's up, what's up? Today is November the 4th. Kids must be out of school today. Yeah, it's packed out here. But I'm gonna go to keep going the way I usually go. Yeah, it's packed out here. Kids can't be in school. Can't be. Gonna wait a little bit. This is the 141 episodes of the walk down. We got nine more to go to get to 150. We coming up on 150 real fast. Real fast. Appreciate y'all for coming in. Man, there's a lot of people out here today. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful time to be out here. I want to go to the other side, but I don't get good for some reason when I'm live and I go over there where all the happening is. I don't get, it start glitching. 23 people in the building. Appreciate y'all for joining me. I'm your host, the one and only Stock Sniper. Look, y'all, it's been announced. If you don't know, you probably know by now. The judge, they are basically ordered Donald Trump them to release those funds I had been talking about. If you was on the live last week, I was talking about that fund. I don't want to say, though the terms that they use, I like to try to keep it simple. But they had basically an emergency fund that they could have used not to pay for all of the food stamps, but for some of it. So what they're going to do is that what's glitching? Well, if I go over there where I want to go, it's going to start tripping when I go over there. For some reason, when I go over there, my reception get bad. And while I'm on the track, I'm good. But I might try to go over there anyway once I get over this walk down, because I know people get tired of watching this same old spot right here. But the reason why I got to stay right here is because, this is where I exercise at. But I also like to give people, the other side of what's going on, because it's a lot of people out here today. As you can see, if you usually come and watch this, the parking lot is super packed. The kids are out of school, obviously, and a lot of people are coming out here chilling. It's a nice, beautiful day. But anyways, back to the show. Appreciate y'all for joining me. What's up to Don? Thank you for coming. Nicole, appreciate you for coming through. Well, the funds, like I was talking about last week. Last week I was talking about the funds, I'm gonna call it an emergency fund. That's what it is, an emergency fund where if something happens, They had money just sitting there, and Donald Trump has the authority to fund the food stamps for the people. But the thing is that it's not a lot of money in the fund, right? So the judge has ordered them to go on and partially fund the food stamps, meaning that some people are going to get the food stamp, but it's not going to be that much. And according to the numbers, it's only going to last for like November. But then at the same time, they're working on ending this shutdown. They're going to end this shutdown sometime this week, guys. That's I know my prediction was that it was going to last through the beginning of the year, but it's looking like Donald Trump is going to see. They want to do it where they vote on it, right? But they didn't want to use, I'm going to say it like easy terms, to vote on it. But it's another way Donald Trump can open up the government, you know? But and he's going to use that way. But the thing is about using the back door, you know, to open up the government, the Republicans really don't want to go that route because it might bite them in the foot in the future, right? So that's the reason why they've been holding on so long to not really use this other option that they got. So now, you know, since what's going on, and it's going to get worse if they keep this going. It's going to get worse. And it's a lot of things that's going to happen. Because I was thinking about it last night. They also got this no tax on tips. I thought that must be somebody else. They also got another thing about the no tax on overtime that everybody have been talking about, including on this channel. We've been talking about the no tax on overtime for months. Well, the no tax on overtime, you get the refund on your income tax return. So with it being tax season right now, and a lot of people that have been working overtime, they get their overtime back on the income tax check. In other words, it's going to be some type of, everybody, if you work overtime and you work on tips and you file income tax, you're going to get an extra lump sum. But the thing is, if this government shutdown lasts through tax season, that is going to put them in kind of a bind, you know, because then people are going to be saying, hey, hold up. I need to file my taxes so I can get my overtime hours back. That's what I was thinking about last night. So they're going to go on and say, well, okay, we really wanted to vote on it the natural way, but hey, we got this other option that we can do and open up the government. We're going to go on and risk it, you know, because one thing they don't like to do, guys, they like to vote and do it the right way. You know, they don't like, none of them, either on either side, they don't like to use that other option that I'm talking about. But at this point, he really has no other option but to use the other option to open up the government. You know, meanwhile, the health care thing is still going to be in play, because the reason why the Democrats are voting to keep the government shut down is because of the Affordable Health Care Act and the 1.2 or 1.6 billion that they want extra to, you know, for health care for the illegals. Well, we all know Donald Trump them ain't going for that. So those that extra money that people were getting for their health care, right? The health care premiums are like around, some paying 4 or 5, depending on what health insurance company you got. But because of the COVID because of the COVID savings, that the premiums are right 400 or 500 for some of them. But the battle is over the COVID savings, because right now in 2024, I think it started in 2020, where if you had insurance like through the Affordable Care Act, that the premiums got a bonus on it because of COVID. Well, those bonuses and those tax reliefs for the premiums on the Affordable Care Act are due to expire, I believe, at the end of December. That's what they're really talking about. Donald Trump does not want to extend those COVID savings. Basically, that's what's going on. Donald Trump he don't want to extend those COVID savings, for the health care. So he want to let that expire. But the thing is, when that expires, a lot, if they let it expire, but a lot of people, premiums are going to double, triple, and quadruple. Well, why they're going to double and why they're going to double and quadruple, Stock Sniper? Because when COVID hit, they gave a credit. It's called a tax credit. They gave a tax credit because of the COVID. That's the reason why people are paying $0 for a premium every month, or $10 or $15. That's the reason why some people, their affordable health care is really, really cheap, because of the COVID tax credits. Well, those tax credits are due to expire at the end of December, right? So, and Donald Trump and the majority, not just Donald Trump, but majority of Americans as well, don't want to extend that. Because one thing he did is, when he campaigned, all of this stuff that he's saying and all this stuff that's going on, he said that he was going to do all these things. If you know, you know. If you paid attention on both sides, if you paid attention to this whole process, he exactly said that he was going to do this. So I don't understand why some people, well, I do understand, but some people did act like they didn't know that this was coming. That's why it's very important that if you are voting, you gotta really pay attention to who you voting for, what they're saying, because a lot of them, they talking codes. You gotta be able to break it down to the very lowest compound, and you gotta be able to understand the language that they use. Because you'll be voting for something just because you like the person, but then the person stands for a whole nother thing, and you're missing the meat and potatoes, of what they're really going to do once they get in office. So we gotta, so that's what's going on. And the thing is what are they going to do about this affordable care tax credits? Because if they don't extend those tax credits, people gonna start, people that get the affordable health care, the premiums gonna go up. People that work on jobs and got a benefits from their employer, that's gonna go up. So it's a big mess what's going on. So it's gonna be real political and a real political issue on what's gonna happen. Will Donald Trump and the Republicans settle a little bit, say, well, okay, I will extend those subsidies, as they call them subsidies. I will extend the subsidies for another year. I'm going to extend those tax credits, those COVID tax credits, for another year, and just kick it down the road. And so, in my opinion, I think they should extend it. Why do you think that, Stock Sniper? I think that because people are still even though the health part of COVID is over with, in my opinion, we're still feeling the effects financially of COVID. So that's the reason why I believe that they should extend it, because people are still feeling the effects of COVID right now. In Texas, property taxes went way down, trying to get rid of them altogether. Right, that's what they're doing out here in Texas. You're right. That's another thing too. Great point, Joanne. They're also trying to get rid of federal income tax altogether. That's a whole nother conversation. That's a whole nother live, laughing out loud. You sound like you're a genius, but I'm afraid you're not. Why would you, let's see, Trey Rogie, why would you want to, be disrespectful, bro? Why would you want to do that? What did you do wrong? Oh, that's a troll. But yeah, Trey Rogue, talk to me. You sound like you're a genius, but I'm afraid you're not. How you know I'm not a genius? Why would you want to, talk negative about me? Tree, why would you want to talk negative about me, man? You don't even know me, right? You don't even know me, Tree. Why would you judge me in a negative way? And you know that's not right. You really must be having a bad day, Tree. Hey, what's up, Reg? What's going on? Salute to you too. Man, they put new gravel down. They put new gravel down. I kinda liked it the way it was, because when I'm running and doing all this stuff, this gravel goes inside my shoe. And it's not cool. It's not cool. But they're getting ready. They're getting ready for the run. But yeah, too much gravel, like how thick it is, it ends up going inside your shoes and making your shoes really, really filthy. I can't stand that. Good to see you. Seeing you on live. Gotta tap in on the walk down. Yeah, Reg. Yeah, the walk down still going on. It's today is episode 141 of season 3. Yeah, I do it a little differently now. I used to break it up in 50s, but I just combined them all together. That's what I'm doing. That's what we doing now, Reg. So I got it to today is 141. Once we get to 150, it's gonna start season 4 of the walk down. Appreciate you for joining me, bro. Appreciate everybody for joining. We got 40 people in the building on this walk down. Appreciate y'all for coming. This is the walk down season 3, episode 141. 4 miles running, another 1.25 miles, depending on if I start running my mouth a little bit more. It's nice. I'm gonna show y'all something else. I'm gonna walk off a little bit. People out here, is nice, beautiful day. People out here playing golf, having a good time. They probably glad, like I'm glad, that the 110-degree heat is gone. Because if you've been, on this walk down a while, we do this in the heat, we do it in the rain, and we do it in the snow. So I appreciate y'all for joining me. Appreciate y'all for joining me. Y'all could be anywhere else, but y'all kicking it with me. Nice, beautiful day. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. But yeah, so some people are going to get their food stamps and some people are not. But the thing is, that's why I'm thinking now, I know my prediction was it's going to last through the first of the year, but I really, 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 really thought about it. And a lot of people are saying that they're trying to end it sometime this week. So I think they're going to end the shutdown sometime this week, which is a good thing, because some people, today is the 35th day, guys. So chat. So that means that today marks the 35th day. Today breaks the record. The longest shutdown we have ever had was in Trump's last administration, which was 34 days, I think. Today breaks the record. And we do know, if you don't know, Donald Trump, he will shut the government down. He will do it. Yeah, he will. How your sports team doing? Miami Dolphins suck. Well, my Longhorns got a big game. We off this week, but we got a big game against Georgia. So hopefully the Longhorns will take care of business against Georgia, Reds.